President-elect Trump has promised to conduct the biggest deportation operation in American history.
NBC reports he intends to scrap a policy that has prevented ICE agents from arresting undocumented people at sensitive locations, including churches, schools, and hospitals, which some fear could cause them harm from being afraid to seek medical help or send their children to school.
We're uncovering how our local communities here in the Tennessee Valley and surrounding areas have been preparing. Leah Bowling has the story.
Now, this policy has been in place since 2011. It basically requires ICE agents to get prior approval and explain why they need to go into these locations. Now, we understand that on day one, Trump wants to lift this memo so that ICE agents can go into those places and make arrests.
The Republican platform promises to launch the largest deportation operation in the history of our country.
If the policy is lifted, the deportation process could move quickly.
It could look like where they might be going to churches and to schools and to honestly places of work and just anywhere, and actually apprehending the entire families.
Immigration attorney Terry Olsen says 2 months before the election, his business was quiet. That soon changed.
Literally the day after the election, I am working nonstop. I'm getting like 3-4 hours of sleep. All of these calls from employers, from families, from churches, from people out of state, in state. It's just nonstop, and everyone is so concerned now.
Last year, the border caught the attention of U.S. Senator Bill Hagerty of Tennessee and Hamilton County Sheriff Austin Garrett. Both say an overwhelming number of undocumented immigrants have crossed the border with the intent to commit violent crimes and bring in drugs.
We're losing children every day here in Tennessee to overdoses.
President-elect Trump says he'll target violent, undocumented criminals first.
These are the ones that are cutting through fences and destroying property. These are the ones that are robbing people along the way. These are the ones that are engaged in human trafficking, drug dealing, and who knows what else.
Illegal immigration raids have happened in our area previously during the Clinton administration in the 90s. From the Local 3 News archives, this is Whitfield County, September 1995.
This Statue of Liberty is one of the first things you see outside Liberty Carpets in Dalton. But this morning, the melting pot went sour when 98% of their workforce was arrested by INS agents.
At that time, most of my clients were afraid, and these are clients who have documents, not just undocumented. So I mean, basically it had a chilling effect across all the board, even people with green cards, anyone with accents.
Whitfield County Commission Chairman Jevin Jensen also recalls the raids, but says since then, new laws have been put into place to crack down on undocumented immigrants.
I'm not aware of any way that a person can get around that, an illegal immigrant, so I think our workforce is legal and has been legal for quite a while.
Whitfield County is home to the state's largest Hispanic population. There are many sensitive locations here that are a part of people's daily lives, from schools to churches to hospitals. Now, this policy even protects people from ICE coming in at a wedding or a funeral or a public demonstration, but this could all be upended, and what once felt like a safe space may not feel that way for some. We stopped by Cleela in Dalton, who works closely with the Hispanic population here to understand the feeling of the community. And what is the overall feeling of the community here?
Yes, it's fear, uncertainty. So it's not only undocumented people that are in fear, and also we have many mixed families, and children are asking what's going to happen with my mom or my dad.
Cleela is a nonprofit that works to provide services to migrants, including citizenship classes, English classes, and legal assistance. Founder America Gruner recently found letters from 2016, just before the first Trump administration.
I'm cleaning my office, so coincidentally, I found yesterday letters that children wrote when they learned that Trump was going to be in office last time.
Raw, real emotion from children as young as 6 years old, pleading for kindness. She says the feeling of uncertainty is the same as we approach a change in leadership. What would happen if ICE agents have full access to make arrests at sensitive locations?
It's not a matter of if you are undocumented or not, it's the whole community. And as in the past, we have found ways to protect each other underground. Hopefully we don't get to that point again, but we're gonna do what we have to do.
Gruner says her own background and her daily encounters with migrants makes this issue a personal one.
For me, is fighting for justice, and also because I was undocumented for 16 years in California, and I know the fear of not knowing if you're gonna be separated, in my case, from my daughter. So I know how it feels, and I want to help as many people to follow their dreams as much as they can.
She says it's important to give immigrants a voice.
Sometimes my legs are shaking, but we need to talk. We need to give the message not only to undocumented people to keep fighting, but people that are not familiar with immigrants. Sometimes we assume certain negative things or stereotype immigrants. So we want to also give that message. Give us a chance.
Leah Bowling with that report. The Dalton Police Department has released a statement about checking citizenship, saying in part the DPD does not check citizenship status of persons they encounter in the field. Every person who is processed through the Whitfield County Jail has their immigration status checked by ICE.